Hey, everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at something that I think a lot of people will find really, really interesting, and that is foreign words commonly used in English.
That's right.
Now, before we get started, I do want to say, this isn't like a super serious, hardcore etymological
Yeah.
deep dive.
Yeah.
We're not going to be, doing any deep dives on pronunciation or anything super
Right.
serious like that.
This is going to be fun.
This is more about, I think, having fun with language and maybe learning something new along the way.
Exactly. And appreciating like how rich the English language is with all these
Yeah,
words we've borrowed and kind of adopted over time.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to kind of, quiz each other a little bit.
Okay.
I'll throw out a word. You tell me what it means and where it comes from, and our listeners can play along at home.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay. So to start us off, let's go with a word that makes me think of fancy restaurants. What about?
À la carte.
Ooh, à la carte.
Yeah.
That one is, of course, French, and it means choosing from a menu where you can order dishes separately rather than going for like a prix-fixe menu or a set meal.
Exactly. So like if you're feeling adventurous and you want to, pick and choose exactly what you want, you go à la carte.
Exactly.
Okay. Your turn to give me a word.
Okay, how about this one? Bon appétit.
Bon appétit. Well, that's another French one.
It is.
And it means basically have a good meal.
Yeah.
Well,
It literally translates to good appetite,
yeah, good appetite.
which is, I think, a lovely sentiment.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, I'm ready for another word.
All right, let's see. How about ad hoc?
Ad hoc. Ad hoc. That one's got that Latin vibe to it, doesn't it?
It does.
And I think it means something like put together for a specific purpose or kind of improvised. Yeah, you're right. It often means something that's created or done for a specific purpose, often kind of spontaneously or without planning.
Yeah. Like, we had an ad hoc meeting to address the issue.
Exactly.
Okay, your turn. Give me something. Let's go with agent provocateur.
Ooh, chant provocateur. That's a good one. So this one is French, and it refers to a person who incites or provokes others to do something often illegal so they can be apprehended.
Oh, wow. That's a little sneaky, like something out of a spy movie.
Exactly. A little bit of intrigue.
All right, hit me with another one. Give me something that'll make me feel like a scholar.
How about alma mater?
Alma mater.
Yeah.
Alma mater.
Yeah.
That's Latin, right? And it has something to do with education. Is it like the school or university that someone graduated from?
You got it. It literally translates to nourishing mother,
Oh, wow.
which I think is quite a beautiful way to describe a place that fostered someone's intellectual growth.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of education and graduates, what about alumnus, or alumni, I guess, for the plural?
Yes. Alumnus or alumni, another Latin term that is closely connected to alma mater. An alumnus is a graduate or a former student of a particular school. So, once you graduate, you become an alumnus of your alma mater.
It's all connected. I love it. It's like a linguistic puzzle.
It is.
Okay, your turn. Give me another word.
Okay. How about this one? Bona fide.
Bona fide. That sounds Latin. Does it mean something like real or genuine?
Yeah, you got it. Bona fide means genuine, real, authentic. It's often used to emphasize the legitimacy or the truthfulness of something.
Like she's a bona fide expert in her field.
Exactly.
Okay, give me one more before we move on.
All right. Let's go with carpe diem.
Carpe diem. Well, that's a classic. It's Latin for seize the day. It's a call to action to make the most of the present moment.
Exactly. A timeless piece of wisdom.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a flash with more fascinating words from around the globe.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're ready for some more wordy fun.
I am. I'm ready to go.
Okay, so let's jump right back in. Let me see. I'm going to give you one. What about carte blanche? Where's that from and what does it mean?
Carte blanche. Carte blanche. Well, that's got to be French. And I think it literally means white card.
It does, yeah.
But what does it mean? It means having complete freedom to do what you want.
You got it. It's like having unlimited authority or permission to do something. Like the designer was given carte blanche to redesign the entire space.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one. How about communiqué?
Communiqué. That sounds pretty official. And it's French too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like an announcement, like an official announcement.
Got it. It's
Yeah.
often used to talk about like a statement released by a government or an organization, like the company released a communique regarding the merger.
Right, right. Okay, I'm ready for another one.
Okay, let's try this one. Corrigendum.
Corrigendum. Corrigendum. That sounds a little scary.
It does. It does. It's Latin,
Okay.
and it has to do with printed text.
Hmm. So is it like a correction?
Yeah, it's a correction made to a book or a newspaper after it's been printed.
Yeah.
Because everyone makes mistakes.
It's true. They do. Okay, let's see. You give me one.
Okay, how about crème de la crème?
Creme de la creme. That's easy. That's French. It means the best of the best.
Exactly. The top peer, like the guest list for the party, was truly the crème de la crème of society.
Yes, exactly.
All right, your turn to stump me.
Okay, let's see. How about de facto?
De facto, that's Latin, right?
Yeah,
And it means something like, in reality, in practice.
you got it. De facto describes something that exists in reality, even if it's not officially recognized.
Yeah, like he was the de facto leader of the group, even though he didn't have the title.
Exactly.
Okay. How about this one? Déjà vu.
Déjà vu. Ooh, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
So déjà vu is French, and it literally means already seen. It's that weird feeling that you've already experienced something, even though you know you haven't.
It's so strange. It's like a glitch in the Matrix or something.
It really is. Okay, how about doppelganger? What's a doppelganger?
A doppelganger. Well, that's German.
Yes.
And it's basically like a look-alike, someone who looks just like you.
Exactly. That uncanny feeling of seeing your double.
I think I'd be a little freaked out if I met my doppelganger.
Yeah, me too. Okay, give me another one.
Okay. How about en bloc?
En bloc. Okay, that's French again. And I think it means all together, like acting as a group.
Yeah, like the committee voted en bloc to approve the proposal.
Exactly. Collective action. Okay, how about en masse?
En masse.
Yeah, where's that from and what does it mean?
I'm pretty sure that's French too. And it means in a mass or all together, like a large group of people doing something collectively.
Right, like the crowd surged forward en masse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a word that makes me feel like I'm on an adventure.
How about en route?
En route. En route. I think that's French for on the way.
Yeah.
Like we stop for a snack en route to our destination.
You got it. Yeah, it's a good one for those travel moments.
Okay, let me give you another one. How about ex gratia?
Ex gratia. Ex gratia, that's Latin, I think.
It is.
And does it mean something like given out of kindness rather than obligation?
You're exactly right. It's often used to describe like a payment or something that's given voluntarily out of goodwill, like the company offered an ex gratia payment to the family of the injured worker.
Right. A nice gesture. Okay, let's keep going. I've got a few more for you. Okay, are you ready for the last round?
Bring it on.
All right, let's see. How about faux pas? Where's that from and what does it mean?
Faux pas, faux pas. That's definitely French. And I think it means like a social blunder or an embarrassing mistake.
Yeah, it literally means false step, and it refers to like a violation of social norms or etiquette, like wearing white to a wedding. That's a major faux pas.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, your turn. Give me something a little tricky.
Okay, let's see. How about hoi polloi?
Hoi polloi. Hoi polloi. It sounds a little judgmental.
It does.
Is it Greek?
It is Greek.
And does it mean something like the common people?
You got it. It often refers to the masses or the ordinary people, usually in a way that kind of distinguishes them from the elite or the upper class.
Yeah, like the hoi polloi were not invited to the exclusive gala.
Exactly.
All right, all right. Let's talk about communication. How about lingua franca?
Ah, lingua franca. That one is Italian, and it refers to a common language that's used for communication between people who speak different native languages.
Oh, right. So like English is often considered the lingua franca of international business.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm ready for another word. Give me something that embodies like great achievement or artistry.
How about magnum opus?
Magnum opus. Magnum opus. It sounds Latin. And I think it means like a masterpiece or the greatest work of an artist.
You're exactly right. It's that crowning achievement, that defining work. Like Michelangelo's magnum opus is the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay, your turn. Give me something a little mysterious.
Okay. How about modus operandi?
Modus operandi. Ooh, that sounds like something out of a detective novel.
It does, and it's Latin. It means mode of operation. And it's often used to describe someone's like their habitual way of doing things, especially in a criminal context. Like, the detective was able to identify the suspect's modus operandi.
So like their signature style or their method.
Exactly.
Okay, give me something fancy.
Okay. How about par excellence?
Par excellence, par excellence.
Mm-hmm.
French, right?
Yeah.
And it means like of the highest quality or the best of its kind.
You got it. It's like, the meal was prepared par excellence.
So delicious. All right, your turn.
Let's see. How about per annum?
Per annum. Per annum. That sounds financial.
It does. It's Latin. It means per year or each year.
Oh, right. Like the interest rate is 5% per annum.
Exactly. Okay, one more for you. How about per capita?
Per capita, per capita. That sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
It's Latin. It means per person or for each individual.
Oh, right. Like the per capita income in the country has been steadily increasing.
Exactly. You got it. Okay, I think we have time for one more.
All right, hit me.
Let's see. How about per se?
Per se. Per se. That's Latin. And does it mean like by itself or in itself?
Yeah, you got it. It's often used to clarify that something is being considered on its own rather than in relation to something else.
Like the movie wasn't bad per se, but it wasn't my favorite.
Exactly. Okay, let's do one more. Let's go with persona non grata. What do you think?
Persona non grata. That sounds a little harsh.
It is. It's Latin, and it literally translates to an unwelcome person. And it's often used in like a diplomatic context to refer to someone who's not allowed in a particular country.
Yeah, like the diplomat was declared persona non grata after the scandal.
Exactly. Okay, two more and then we'll wrap up. You ready?
Yeah, bring it on.
Okay. How about potpourri?
Potpourri. Oh, I know this one. It's French. And it's a mixture of dried flowers and spices that's used for fragrance.
You got it. That lovely scent you often find in decorative bowls. Okay, last one. Prima donna. What do you think?
Prima donna. Prima donna. It sounds Italian. And it means like a diva or someone who's very temperamental.
You nailed it. It originally referred to the lead female singer in an opera. But yeah, now it's used to describe anyone who's perceived as being demanding or overly dramatic.
Like the actress was known for her prima donna behavior on set.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up our deep dive into foreign words in English.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I learned a lot.
Me too. It's amazing how many words we use every day that have these fascinating histories and origins.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I hope our listeners learned a thing or two as well.
Yes. And maybe you'll start noticing these words popping up everywhere you go.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Until next time, happy word hunting.